Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna do a workspace tour. Right now my workspace is still in my bedroom, but I'm moving into an office very soon, which I was super excited about. I've been living in this flat for 3 years and mostly working from home, and having your workstation in your bedroom is a little bit, you know, it gets very tight in here and messy, and I'm just really looking forward to having my own office. Anyways, let's just jump in. So as you can see, my workspace mostly consists of 2 desks. This really long big one here and this smaller one. By the way, pretty much everything that I will be showing is from IKEA, just saying. Now I'm gonna start with the long one because that's the most boring one. And also, you can kind of tell that I like maps, right? I really like maps. So on the left side of the table I have my digital workstation. This is where I do all my digital work, where I also play video games and stuff. It just has my PC under the table. It's really messy down there, don't look. And my tablet is here. This is a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. I've had this for a couple of years now. Oh, there am I. Hello. I've had this for a couple of years now. I'm not super happy with it. I'm not going into detail right now, but I wouldn't recommend this. It's a good product, I like it, but not if you want to do this professionally. This is a cutting mat that I repurposed and use as a mouse pad because I really don't like having my mouse pad here and just having a limited space to move around. So I just keep it here and have a lot of space to move around my mouse. That's my phone. Over here we have my gamepad, which I use to play games on my PC. A candle. I really like lighting candles when I'm working later at night. I don't know, it just feels very cozy and I really like candles. So I always have one on my desk. And here we have the first art supplies of this video. Right now I have all my favorite art supplies that I use for my sketchbook in this little pouch, because lately I've been on the road a lot, drawing in other places other than my home, so I had to bring all my stuff. So I'm gonna show you what's in here right now. So here we have my trusty pouch. Actually, I think this is my brother's, and I've had this for the longest time when I was still at school. Okay, so what's in here? We have a gray Copic marker. Actually, there's several of those in there. I use this to shade in my sketchbook. They're going through the pages onto the other pages, but it's still worth it. A brush marker, very important. Also very important, a simple ballpoint pen. This one is in black. I have very few that actually have black ink in them. I don't know why, I need more. This one's blue. More ballpoint pens. More brush markers. Posca markers is something that I recently got into. I saw them in a video of another YouTuber and bought them. I'm pretty happy with the black ones. Actually, I bought them for the white ones, so I wouldn't have to use white gel pen anymore for highlights. But actually I like the black ones much more than the white ones. Here's another one. More pens for inking. That's my brush pen. I have several of those, but I usually only keep one around. This is really important for me because I use a lot of watercolor colored pencils. So I have to have something with me that holds water so I can smudge my watercolor pencils. These little things here are watercolor pencils. You can use them like regular colored pencils, which is still really nice. They're Faber-Castell, it's a really good brand, but you could also use water on them and then smudge them, and it looks literally like you're using watercolor. It's really nice. There's so much other stuff in here, but I think it's mostly the same. A white Posca marker, more pens for inking, and the rest is just literally a bunch of erasers. There's some highlighters in there that I use, but it's just more of the same. One of the last few things in this corner here is this little bucket that I glued some Star Wars art on, and it holds all my highlighters. I have a bunch of highlighters. These aren't even all of them, I have a lot more. I really like highlighters. I use them for my art sometimes in my sketchbook, but you know, just in general I really like highlighting stuff, so these are here as well. And I guess the most important thing in this corner is this picture. That's my granddad with his best friend, who also absolutely was like a grandfather for me. And I just really love this picture, so I keep it here at all times. And that's it for this corner. Moving on. My tablet pen is here in the corner, guarded by Iron Man, because why not? This is an old calendar weekly system, I guess, that I used. It's just a picture frame that I wrote on, and I could just wipe it clean if I needed to. Kind of like whiteboard, I guess. I don't really use that anymore, because I use a monthly calendar now that kind of works out for me a lot more than having this detailed weekly thing. By the way, the days are in German and in Spanish up there because I'm trying to learn Spanish. So here we have a little lamp. I really like this lamp. It makes a really, really nice bright blue light. It's really nice when I work in the evening, you know, just for the mood. And this little thing here, that's just some books, some old books that I didn't want to throw away because, I don't know, for some reason I really can't throw away books. Unless they're school books, I admit. I've thrown away a lot of school books in my time, but when it comes to real, like, novels, I can't throw them away, even if I don't read them anymore. And they're like, these were like really old children's novels that I used to read way back when I was in elementary school or something. And I kept them all these years, so I just painted them white and used them as this little stand for my lamp, and I think it looks really nice. Okay, over here we have my Game of Thrones thing. I got this for my 18th birthday from friends. And yeah, just leaning here. There's some chocolate. That's still leftover chocolate from my Christmas calendar because I didn't eat all of it. I'm really slow when it comes to eating chocolate. I don't know, I can't. Like chips or anything like that, I can eat tons of, but chocolate, I need to take my time. So it just is here in case I need a snack. And that is the calendar that I was talking about. It's a Miranda Hard calendar that I got for Christmas from a friend. I love Miranda so much. She's one of my favorite funny persons ever. And I really like this calendar as well. It's just a monthly calendar. I can write down all my stuff in here. It's definitely enough, and I put in stickers that I made because apparently I'm very vain. Okay, that's that table. Let's move on to this one. I guess now begins the interesting part of this video because this is the table that I keep all my art supplies on and under. And as you can tell, it's super messy. I didn't want to clean this too much because honestly, I am a messy person. And since I'm in my bedroom right now, there's no place for any more shelves or anything that I could put all my art supplies on. So I have to just stack them in a pile somewhere to just keep them somewhere. It's really messy, but once I move into the new office, I'm gonna have a lot of shelves, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so let's start again in the left corner. Here we have my printer, which is a very crappy printer. It's very cheap and it's only for, you know, printing documents, stuff like that. Sometimes I print stickers with it as well, but only for personal use. It's not a good printer, but it does its job well. Speaking of stickers, here we have stickers. I made a bunch of stickers for myself to put on my sketchbook. They're not great. Again, the quality of my printer is just not very good, but they're just for personal use anyway, so I just keep them here because I made like way too many because I was having way too much fun with them. This is a little box where I keep all my Spanish vocabularies. It's not very full yet because I'm not very far into learning the language, but I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's just that I don't really find the time to practice a lot and to learn more. But I really want to learn this language. I really like it. And I've always wanted to learn at least one other language because right now I'm bilingual. I speak English and German, but I really wanted to learn a third language, like fluently. I learned French in school actually, but I wasn't very good at it, so, you know. Over here we just have ink cartridges for my printer, more ink, and a bunch of candles because I really like candles. This one is almost empty, but I really like the smell, so I didn't want to throw it away. And those are candles that my boyfriend's mother got me for Christmas, which I thought was really cute of her. Some matches. So light my candles. For some reasons I can't use lighters. I always burn my fingers when I use lighters, so I only use matches. I don't know, I'm weird that way. Over here there's a dead plant. It's dead. It's very dead. I'm very sorry to all the plant lovers out there, but I killed it. No, seriously, I wanted to have succulents in my room because I thought, hey, succulents don't need much work, they just need, you know, light, sun, a little bit of water once in a while, but nothing else really. But yeah, there's not that much sun in here, to be honest. I mean, they died. They all died. To be fair, some of them died because my boyfriend stepped on them. Just saying. But this one I totally killed myself. So yeah, I still have this in here, but when I move into my office I'm gonna clear this out and then just probably put some fairy lights in here or something that looks nice. And then I'm going to get a bunch of plastic plants, so no other plants will ever die on me again. Moving on. This little thing is still from Christmas. I need to put this away. Another picture of my granddad that I really like. I think it looks really artistic. I know it's just a random picture that someone took of him, but I think it kind of looks like, I don't know, from a photo shoot of a magazine or something, but just keep it here to have him around. These are little things that I used for sculpting. I had to get this for university because we were using Sculpey and Super Sculpey to sculpt little maquettes and stuff like that. I used to study game design, if you didn't know, so we did a lot of this sculpting stuff. So I don't really use them anymore. I still have a bunch of Sculpey left, so maybe someday I will do something with it again, but I just keep them here for now, these little thingies. Yeah. Here we have brushes, and first of all, I want to say that I'm really, really bad at keeping my brushes safe and clean and healthy. I'm very bad at taking care of my brushes, okay? A disclaimer before anyone screams at me for literally murdering my brushes. I'm so sorry. So this jar contains all my dead brushes that, you know, are just so messed up. But I still keep them around because sometimes you need like a really messed up dry brush for something, or, you know, oh my god, okay, yeah. That's Captain Picard of Star Trek. I'm a huge Star Trek nerd. If you couldn't tell already, because this is Star Trek, this is Star Trek, there's more Star Trek over there. My whole room is filled with Star Trek, I'm just saying. So yeah, all my dead brushes. These are my not dead yet brushes. These are the more expensive ones that I kept fairly good yet. I haven't used all of them yet, so there will be more added to the death list, I guess. I really should watch some more videos about how to keep my brushes good, but that's my queen, Captain Janeway. Okay, what else have we got here? Some paper towels, because, you know, if you do traditional art, you will need them at some point or another, especially for watercolors. I use this a lot. We have a bunch of graphite pencils. Nothing much to say about this. In here there's a bunch of ribbon, more yarn. Oops, oh my god. These are deco foils. I got them when I got into printing stickers a few weeks back, or I guess a few months back, because I really wanted to try them out. I don't have a laser printer though, so it's really hard to apply them. I have stuff to apply them with, but it's, you know, it's not easy, it's tricky. Like I have this adhesive to apply with and some other stuff. Here's some of my acrylic paint. That's the acrylic paint that I use most. So mostly my metallic acrylic paints, which I love a lot. And there's white, and these two are black. Here's more of that stuff to apply the deco foils with. And a bunch of spatulas. As you can see, they have been used a lot and not cleaned very well because I suck at these kind of things. Real quick, in this corner there's my microphone that I use for my voiceovers and my tripod, and a spare monitor that I can't use right now, but I'm planning to use in the future again. That's it for this corner. And moving on to the windowsill. Look at this. Okay, and first off, I have a lot of pictures in here, and I didn't ask my friends permission to show their faces, so yeah, I put a bunch of post-its over them. Usually there are no post-its on my friends' faces. I'm not that vain and block them out of the pictures. So more art supplies. This little thing here contains everything that is related to ink. So every kind of multiliner or ink pens, white gel ink, even, you know, normal pens, a bunch of pens actually. So yeah, there's even a Sharpie in here. Kind of unorganized, but you know, that's me. And here we have acrylic ink, normal ink, refills for my mechanical pencils, refills for my brush pen, hole punch, corner punch, stuff like that. Autographs of these musical singers that I liked when I was younger. Yeah, erasers. I really like these kind of animal face cute erasers. But they're slowly dying on me, as you can see. A bunch of pencil sharpeners. All my tape. I have a bunch of tape. Actually, almost all my washi tape is running out right now, so I need to buy more washi tapes. But yeah, just a lot of tapes. More tape. And these are a bunch of post-it notes. Actually, that's a card that my brother got me for Christmas. But yeah, a bunch of... Oh, please focus. Thank you. A bunch of post-it notes. Chekhov from Star Trek. And the Beatles. And yeah, more post-it notes, because you always need these things, right? So yeah, we have a bunch of pictures. Very interesting, all those yellow faces, right? Also this, glorious. And that's it for the top of this table. Now onto the stuff that's under here. I put some lights on so it'll be a bit lighter under here. This is the most disorganized corner in this whole under the table setup thing. This is just really random stuff I won't show you. Back there as well, there's just a bunch of notes for my piano, stuff like that. Down here we have paper, a bunch of paper. There's printer paper, there's sticker paper, there's laminating pouches. There's this kind of paper that I don't know the English name to right now, but I use this sometimes to protect the stuff that I'm laminating. There's a cutting machine thingy. It's not a machine, cutting thing. It's a cutting thing. There's my laminator and another cutting thing down here. That's just the box that my laminator was in. Moving on. Sketchbooks. Okay, so this box contains all kind of paper, sketchbooks, pretty much anything. It's not only sketchbooks. There's a bunch of watercolor paper, acrylic paper, mixed media stuff. There's also just a bunch of notebooky stuff to write things down, so it's not all sketchbooks, but this stuff in here is all empty. So there's a bunch of sketchbooks that either I have started but not finished yet, or are just completely empty and just waiting to be filled. And you know, just paper that I can take out to do traditional stuff on. And then on the top here is the sketchbook that I'm currently working on. I always have this on the top here so I can grab this really quickly without having to open this first. So that's the sketchbook I'm currently working on. The sticker is by Taya. I will link her in the description. She's really cool. So yeah, that's just my sketchbook. That's a comic thumbnails thing that I got from Holly Brown. Again, I will link her. I do my comic thumbnails in here. Can I show you something here? They are really rough, as you can see. So that's that. And then over here in this box we have all my finished sketchbooks. So right now this is kind of weighed down by a little sketchbook that I use to plan new characters in. So this says characters, if it would focus. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I plan all my characters in this little book, like search names for them, write down notes, just, you know, to keep it somewhere. Just a random box. And this is a bunch of Sculpey. It's really heavy, so I have this here to weigh this down. And here we have all my finished sketchbooks. Ooh. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that this is the latest sketchbook that I finished. It's my first mixed media sketchbook that I finished, and I'm really proud of this. That's the sketchbook from my last sketchbook tour. And then here we have just loose papers that I have put in a binder. And there's a bunch more sketchbooks in here that I won't show. Some of them I have made sketchbook tours already. Some of them I haven't. So, but I probably will do like really old sketchbook tours at some point. Because I really like making sketchbook tours and I want to finish a lot more sketchbooks in the future. Put this on here again. Okay. And this is the main thing that has most of the, I guess, more interesting art supplies. It doesn't look like much, but it's actually the most organized part, I guess, of my whole desk. In here, that's a little portfolio thing where I keep like bigger traditional stuff that I did. It's really bad, but you know. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. This says acrylic colors. These are stickers that I got printed on Redbubble, but I really didn't like the quality. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the quality is actually really bad and really grainy. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. It's really hard to tell on camera, but it's very grainy, really bad quality. So I don't really like, I don't know. I think with Redbubble, sometimes you get really good quality stickers and sometimes they're just so bad. I don't know what it is. Anyways, acrylic paints. Yeah, these are Schminke. I got them, I think my mom got them for me as some kind of birthday present or something like that. She's an art teacher, so she was always down for getting me like really nice yeah, supplies. And then I have these very cheap ones that I got a few years ago, and these are Amsterdam. They're still very nice. I got this whole bunch of colors, I think for like 24 bucks or something. They're small tubes, but they're still really nice. If you just want to, you know, draw small stuff, it's really nice. And then, yeah, my more expensive ones here. Some of them are already pretty empty. Yeah, this one, I should throw this one away, but yeah. I used to draw more with acrylics when I was younger, but right now I don't really, I don't know, I prefer watercolors. I think I like that they're not as opaque, I guess. But yeah, acrylics. The next thing in here are my watercolor colored pencils. I kind of showed them to you already. They're by Faber-Castell. Some of them are missing because they're in that little pouch up there. I really like them. It's a really nice collection of colors, and again, I got this as a present from my mom. Really nice. I think they're pretty expensive. I don't know since I didn't buy them myself, but I just think they're worth it. It's really nice. Next one is this little blue box. So these are my watercolors. They are Schminke and they are really old. This set is still from my aunt, and I think she bought it in like the 70s or something when she was around my age or even younger, you know, and was drawing a lot, and I just randomly found this at my grandma's place one day and just, you know, asked if I could have it, and I used it ever since. It's really nice. It's kind of like a thrifted art supply, I guess. I have another one from Reeves. These were the first kind of watercolors that I got. They're a little bit chalky, so I don't know if I would recommend them. They're definitely okay, but I don't really use them anymore because I have my Schminke watercolors and I really like them. So yeah, I still have this from school. We had to get one of these. This is kind of the main supply that you work with when you start art classes in school. Another thing that's in here are the rest of my water brushes. They were really cheap. I got them off of Amazon. And then this here. Next up, last thing here, Posca markers. And then here we have all kinds of supplies, glue, stuff like that. Yeah, Game of Thrones. So there's a bunch of glue in here, these little things that I don't know the English name of, pins, rubber bands, more pins, yeah, just random stuff. I can't even close this thing. Okay. And then this one is where I keep all my markers and my felt tip pens. So yeah, these are all my markers. As I said, I have a bunch of Copic markers, mostly originals actually, because I used to prefer them. I never really got that much into Copics. I have a friend who has a bunch of Copic markers and she's really good at drawing with them. So I kind of wanted to do that as well. I always saw her drawing with them and got some as well, but I never really got that much into it. I just always been much more of a digital artist, so I don't know, I just never got into them. And a lot of these actually have dried up by now because, you know, I have them for years and I didn't use them, so a lot of these have actually dried up, which is kind of sad, but some are still usable, especially the big ones. And I have a lot of gray ones, which I think is really, really nice because I really like shading with gray. Then these ones are alpha markers. They're also alcohol-based markers. They don't have a brush nib, not a soft one though. They only have one of those small, harder ones, but they're still really nice. And they blend together as well. You can use them with Copic markers as well in combination. So I got them from a friend for my 18th birthday, I think, which was really nice of him because he got me a whole set and it must have been quite expensive. It was really nice of him. On this side there's just random stuff. Oh, there's a Copic marker, okay. So the last remaining felt tip pens that I have, just random markers. Oh, there's some multiliner in here, okay. Yeah, just really random stuff in here. And that's it for my markers. And that's also pretty much it for the shelf. There's just a bunch of trainers under here that I had probably, again, since I was 14 or something. But they still fit me, my feet haven't grown since then. So yeah, again, overall I'm not too happy with this workspace setup. It's just all very cramped and tight, and there's not much space to put stuff, so everything just looks very unorganized and just, you know, piled onto each other. I just really don't like that. But I won't have to be upset about that anymore because I will be moving into my own office. I'm just really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to that. And I will bring you along, guys, and show you my process of moving into the new thing and setting it all up with a lot of more shelves and plastic plants, and I'm just so excited for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you very soon for a new video. Bye bye! I initially didn't plan on filming this at all because, you know, no one asked me to do this, and I thought it was a little bit weird. You know, I don't have many followers to show my workspace is a little bit, I don't know.